All right, folks, welcome in. This is not a show match. This is a decider. So basically, whoever wins here goes into the main event of Warlords 5. Now, Warlords is a 9-villager start, and this is Black Forest. And what that means is they have even more villagers to commit into a Vill fight. So if this was standard 6-villager start, or 3-villager start, rather, you might see a little bit of a scuffle in the middle. But with 9 villagers, man, they just got more villagers to send. We've got Tato in the red hoping to qualify. We've got Doubt in the blue hoping to qualify. And I watched Doubt play his set yesterday, and it was like 10 villagers fighting in the middle. So I would expect that they might continue to do this. Both players really like their Vill fighting and quick walls. Tato at least likes his quick walls. And Black Forest is often about the position, so Doubt's rushing through. Tato's coming forward here. We've got gifted subs from RJ. Thank you, RJ. Doubt's going to kill. He gets close to killing and does kill a villager to start it all off. No, where's my boxing mod? My boxing mod is gone. Okay, well, chat, you're going to have to help me out, okay? Pretend I have it on. Use the emote for me. The stupid mod becomes disabled every once in a while, which is annoying. But yeah, you've both committed to this. Just to explain why, right? First off, you have to fight for the middle position. It's too important. And then once both players commit, you don't want to lose something you committed a lot to. So then you have to commit even more. And look at Doubt. He's rotating back some weak Vills. He's bringing in fresh Vills. So far, the KD is 1-0. And Tato will have to send back some Vills. Tato has to be really careful here because he doesn't have nearly as many Vills. He's now building walls in Doubt's wall. Which just looks super funny. And now Doubt's like, wait a second. You're not going to trick me. He is missing a piece. I'm sure he'll realize. Okay. And now Tato is building a wall behind Doubt's wall. And now, okay, they're both going to be walled. So they have essentially given up. Tato's actually going to try and fight through again. I think he's just checking Doubt to see if Doubt's ready. Behind this, Tato is a villager. And Doubt could have quick-walled it. And Doubt didn't get the quick-wall down. Doubt had a relatively, what I consider, easy opportunity there. Tato is through with a sneak. And Tato's villager is through. Now, this is explored, so Tato knows about these boars. Doubt's already trying to bring these boars in. They skip lumber camps usually. Like, the whole eco changes when you have all this early walling. All right. What do we name this Vill, guys? Give me a good name for a Bohemian sneak villager controlled by Tato. I think this is why Tato decided to just wall, because he's got some other way to affect the game. Dan? Really? That's what you came up with? Dan? Bob? No offense to Dans and Bobs. I was expecting something a little bit more. Doubt doesn't know about where this Vill is exactly. Villager's just down here. Vladimir? Okay, gets an option. Here comes Tato bringing in his boars. You guys go ahead. You keep giving me ideas. And one's going to click for me, and we're going to stick with that, all right? Look, I think Doubt is looking back here for that villager. Because there's no other reason to go back here. His scout is super weak. We're going to name this guy... weird names here, guys. It's funny. Some of you guys are going for a very bohemian name, and other people are going for like a very Spanish name because it's Tato. So I like the variety of names we're getting right now. There's a barracks now. Ooh, okay, now we have an extra thing to go off of. This person's built a barracks. Now I'm liking Bob. Bob the barracks, Bill the Let's call it. Oh god, guys, so many subs. Let's just call him. I need like a random name generator here. That would be a good feature, Capture H. That would be a good feature. Let's go Barry. Barry, who's built the barracks. Not that much more creative than Dan and Bob, I will admit. But he's there. The barracks is up. Doubt does not see any of that. So Doubt doesn't have an idea. I assume Doubt's got to change his whole game plan here, right? He's kind of playing like Tato's not here. He's been galleys. He'll get 2 additional Vills when he makes it to the next stage. Plus, he also killed villagers from Tato. And he's got the dock as well, and he's added a fishing ship here. But, like, if Tato goes man-at-arms and archers here, Doubt's woodline is right next to this, which Tato also doesn't know, by the way. Lieutenant Dan, thanks for 25 gifted. We've got a hype train rolling right now. Thank you so much. Thank you, Supplies. Thank you, RJ. Thank you, guys. Really helping to bump the numbers up after a little bit of time off after Red Bull, and obviously prior to that was Titans League. So good to be online. What's up, Kick? Welcome. El Cuban, welcome back. What's up, Perrin? Says T90, how do you feel about the Vikings making this riskiest pick of the first round of the draft? Nah, dude, that kid's going to crush. Everyone's going to look back like that was a no-brainer. I'm very happy with the Vikings draft. Very happy with everything we've done with our draft. Now, in true Vikings fashion, it's probably going to look horrible, but... So it's interesting, from Doubt's perspective, Tato's uptime isn't really that quick, because in Doubt's position, Doubt's resources are looking good to go Castle Age. This is what Doubt can see. Now, if Doubt sees a Spearman, which he does, now he knows there's a barracks, and I don't know if adding that Spearman was actually the right play for Tato, but he needed his scout, and now he sees that Doubt's woodline is there. Now, Doubt should check down here, because this is where the Spearman came from, and all of a sudden, he sees the archer range, and now he knows pressure's coming from Tato. Tato is really in need of doing some damage, though, because Doubt is on the way up. That's really nice damage control from Doubt. What does Doubt choose to do? Does he drop a tower here or something? The supply's making me feel bad for taking some time off and being off a little bit. Thank you, though, dude. Okay, so Tato's also rushed through the middle. So that's kind of nice. I forgot about that, too. So he ran right through the middle, and he probably needs to wall that at some point. But now he's coming through this way. Complete chaos from Tato, but he did have to tower there. So now he can't tower here. Well, look at how much Doubt is shifting to gold right now. And Doubt still hasn't lost a Vil, but of course, as I say that, he's going to lose one. Very possible he ends up losing two. Yep, loses two. Tato going for a forward dock here could be an option. But remember, the docks do fire arrows now, which really disrupts any forward docks. Archers are going to loop around this way towards the gold. This isn't completely walled yet for Doubt, but if you place the house there, now it is. It's actually really good damage control from Doubt. It's a lot of pressure. And if he can play towards some Scorpions, I think he can be fine here. Like, Scorpion should actually be very, very strong against everything that's coming out here. Yeah, it's easy to say Tato didn't need this tower, but we just don't know because maybe Doubt would have stonewalled behind. I still don't think that Doubt is realizing just how crazy Tato is playing this. Like, Doubt running this way, now he sees a stable, and he's like, wait a second, a stable? Like, Tato is going full chaos mode. Klein, Exit, thank you, Aviv, thank you, Alpha Crit, so many subs, thank you guys. Doubt buys some stone, I gotta turn the market events back on. Or am I wrong? Did he not buy stone? I feel like Capture Age didn't show it. No, I'm just dumb because he didn't build the tower yet. He saved that stone. I was blaming Capture Age. It's more of a me thing. All right, tower goes up. I mean, he could potentially rush this down with a couple Vils too. He's in Castle Age, so his tower's stronger anyways. But Tato knows there's some weak villagers there, and Tato's really good at tower rushing, so he snipes a Vil. He hops out again. He's going to get another one. Wow, that's so well played from Tato. Damn, that's so well played. He also does have the archers and the spearmen, and Bob. Let's not forget... Oh, Barry, excuse me. His friends call him Bob, but, you know, we only get to call him Barry. Doubt's going full monks here to start it off on Black Forest. And Bengali monks should be really good. Even against 1 or 2 scouts. If it's like 6 scouts, you have a problem. But Doubt is on gold. Doubt has some fishing ships bringing in food. There's still only 300 food of shorefish left, so he'll eventually need fish traps. He's honestly damage controlled perfectly. And if he can just get this wall down again, then the other scouts can't come through. Now the tower's there. And now Tato hops out. And no, Doubt's gone too far. He's gone too far. The tower hits. 2 monks down. That's not good. He does convert an archer there. But Tato, it's like in some ways this has gone very well for Tato, in other ways not. But I like the chaos. Hopefully you guys like the chaos too, because this, we joke this could be a stalemate scenario where the game goes on forever. Both these civs are very strong on Black Forest. Fletching is in, and they'll have the hill, so maybe that monk can actually get sniped. And Tato kills another monk, does trade an archer or two, but is building a tower there, and still is the scouts here. So, I mean, Dowd is in a very uncomfortable position at the moment. The tough thing for Tato is really going to be, can he balance his economy to get to Castle Age? But I'm seeing farms. I'm seeing some fishing ships as well. He'll definitely use the market at some stage. I just really thought Dowd was going to go siege. Like, I feel like if he went siege, he does so much more against this. But he tried to go monks, which is not proving to be very good because the scouts out from Tato and more monks go down. And now a tower is up and now the archers can go right in here. Luckily for Dowd, he could just move to another wood line. But holy chaos from Tato. And another villager goes down. We've got a crazy hype train rolling right now. Thank you, chat. Thank you again, Supplies. What's up, Captain? Welcome. I think for Dowd, he really needs to stick to the positives. And that's that he's still in Castle Age. His monks are still pretty strong. He should be able to convert a scout there. Wow, that's good. So now he's got 2 scouts. And Dowd has added the armored elephant. He's going to make a move for the stable. I think Tato's done good damage, but is it enough damage? Because he doesn't have too many scouts in that stable. It'll start to go down. And that's still a lot of monks here from Dowd. Before it was a little sloppy because Dowd ran into the tower. But had Dowd not run into the tower, those scouts probably wouldn't have killed these monks. Remember, they're Bengali monks, so they're super strong. Yeah, Tato's going to lose that stable. He's actually getting forging in the blacksmith before the blacksmith goes down, so that'll go down as well. That could be a conversion too, by the way. The scout just still running around. Dowd wants conversions on the archers again. Archers will go into the tower. Scout's about to get forging. And with the hill as well, points down a monk. Well played. Tato never fully stonewalled this, though, which is a real issue. Like, Dowd could actually be through. Like, big time. And maybe send scouts or monks or anything through. Barry's still chilling back here, guys. Let's not forget about Barry. Barry the Builder. It's a spin-off of Bob the Builder. It's not going very well. Oh, God. Dowd loses another monk. It's just so chaotic, you can't pay attention to every single one. Well played from Tato in that regard. What a crazy game. And Tato's going for 2 more stables back here. Now, this is where I could see Dowd start to think about moving forward. And Dowd's thinking that there won't be additional scouts. Like, he killed the stable. It's very uncommon that Bohemians are going to have 2 additional stables. But it makes sense against monks, right? To play like Cav. Tato's also getting crossbowman and bodkin arrow, which feels kind of crazy, but he does have some ranged units out. The blacksmith, though. Oh, blacksmith, bodkin. It's Dowd bodkin. Denied. Tato might not realize that either. Blacksmith is very cheap for the Bohemians. You can always make another one, but he doesn't. So I think he's going to assume that he has bodkin arrow. Oh, no, Barry was on the task. And now Barry, no, don't lose him, He's the reason we have this game. Not Barry. No, not Barry. Where are the light cav at? Monks are everywhere back here. Elephants back here too. Again, bodkin not being in means the tower is way less potent, way less strong. Light cav went to the middle. Where's Barry? He's dead. He's dead. Salute him. Remember him. That's the most important thing. Just please remember him. He did good work for his people, but unfortunately, after Barry falls, everything else is falling as well. The crossbows have gone down. Chat, don't actually type F, because then I think my stream went down. Can we use the F emote at the very least to pay respects properly? Don't drop an actual F, because then I think I dropped. Or you can just continue to do it, actually, because it seems like you really like that. Anyways, we regain composure here. We recenter ourselves on what this game is. And Doubt's ahead. Tato's going to be on 3 TCs. Tato does have the light cav. Tato still is not fully walled, by the way. What does F mean? It's an old internet meme where you had to press F to pay respects to someone. I don't even know what game it came from, to be honest. But then the internet decided we will never forget. It was COD. Okay, yeah. So it was COD. You had to press F to pay respects, and it just became a meme. So I don't know which COD it was, but it was like one of the COD campaigns or something. Doubt dropping the 3rd town center. Doubt's played very well, guys. Doubt's played very, very, very well. He's very comfortable in Black Forest. He's got 6 fish traps here. Tato's got about the same. Neither player able to invest into like more fishing ships and fish traps. Doubt has a lot of wood banked up. What Doubt needs, though, is he needs an army to stop the light cav. So here, if Doubt adds a barracks and adds some spearmen, he's completely fine. But him not doing so would just be so... Well, how do I come up with a way to describe this? Doubt. It would be so Doubt for him to just sit here with monks when his opponent has light cav, not add spearmen in front, and then lose all of his monks, and then be thinking, I thought Bengali monks were OP or something, right? Oh, wow. Tato's going to chop through? Damn, that's crazy if Tato can come through again. I didn't even think about that scenario. And neither has Doubt. Doubt doesn't know Tato's been on that wood line. It's a cool Black Forest game. I mean, Doubt's going to run in. He's feeling confident like Tato's not going to be prepared for him. Tato's getting devotion, and he's got light cav. And he should wait till Doubt goes in pretty far, because then Doubt can only escape through this area. This is going to go horrible for Doubt. I actually can't believe that he's choosing to advance forward here. This is insane. I mean, he's going to lose every single monk. The wall behind is good. He starts to convert the fishing ships, which is actually rather annoying. Here we go. How many conversions, guys? Go ahead and guess. How many conversions will Doubt get here? He has Bengalis. He sees a stable. He's like, that could be a problem. Where is Tato? Oh, Tato's going to his base. Tato's cut through, and Tato is not going to go for the monks here. He is cut through, and he's going to castle drop Doubt's base. He's like, surprise, buddy. Doubt's probably like, what? How is that happening? This is an absolute masterpiece from Tato. Oh my god. And that's way better than taking down the monks. You probably can circle back to kill them. Doubt was never expecting there to be anything in his base. The light cav are coming in to kill Vils. The castle's up on the hill in between the gold and that town center. Doubt's getting completely massacred now. Now he is in a position to maybe push Tato. And it's back to our original question. How many conversions will Doubt get? He cannot lose these monks now. And Tato's losing town centers to the elephants. He also lost the dock. So Tato's taken some big losses as well. Doubt is on the way to the Imperial Age. Tato's going to take some stone. The Tato using the town center to shoot some of the monks. How many conversions will Doubt get? He's locked in a couple. The town center, though, is focusing down the monks. And Tato also converted the monks with his own monks. He got atonement somewhere in there. Town center's not garrisoned, though, so these monks are continuing to run. Tato have to quickly re-garrison. Oh, this is so chaotic. Tato's building another castle. There's light cav over here. Doubt got more conversions than people originally predicted. But, guys, I think he is still going to lose everything here. And there's going to be 2 castles on his face. And he doesn't have a castle of his own to build trebs. I mean, multiple town centers are going to be surrounded by castles. And Tato completely full clears him here. It wasn't without taking damage, though. He did take some really big damage. Like losing the dock hurts. The idle time hurts. And Doubt will be an imp. So, like, if Doubt can make trebs here, he can, in theory, take down both these castles. This is such a good game. I saw Black Forest game 1, and I was like, oh, no. It's just going to be a Vil fight into a full wall into a stalemate game. This is actually insane. We are witnessing greatness right now. And I don't know who's going to win. Because, like, you could easily say Tato, because that was a really good minute for him. He's got lots of kills. But Tato's not in the Imperial Age. Tato doesn't have an answer for trebuchets. He does have 18 light cap, but what can he really do with the light cap? Except push into a castle, which would be difficult. Imp TC is fine. Don't worry. I checked that. The Imp TC is actually a safe one for Doubt. It wasn't this one or the other one. They actually just produced 2 more villagers, both those TCs. Doubt doesn't actually have any gold right now, which is a very big deal. This is so Tato, man. Just able to focus on these tiny details. Tato needs to get up to the Imperial Age, but if you see your opponents in Imp this much faster, you might also consider just staying all in Castle Age and making Rams and Light Cap to dive here. Especially if you realize Doubt doesn't have gold. But Doubt can make pikemen without gold, and then you just spend gold on trebs. And he also has 4 relics here, so that is some gold income. I think Tato should click Imperial Age and then decide on what other chaotic things to try here. So, Doubt sacrifices another villager there. And Tato has enough stone to repair for a little while here. Basically, any stone and gold that Tato takes in this position becomes very valuable long term, because that's stone and gold that Doubt won't be able to get. And there's Tato on the way to Imp in the back TC, in case he's pressured through the middle, which, I mean, he could be. It's a great day to be a viewer of this game. Horrible day to be a villager in Doubt's game. It's just one of those. He's lost 49 eco. But he does still have 100 eco. So that's good. And Doubt still losing some monks, which is going to be a problematic trend. Monks cost gold for a player that doesn't have a lot of gold, but he does have the pikemen. And Bohemian Light Cav suck. Don't get bloodlines. They don't get much better than they do right now. And Tato's starting to lose a castle. Could maybe lose 2 castles soon. And then Tato will be castleless at home. Shout out to this stable that's in Doubt, that's in the base. Doubt should make something and send it into Tato's base right now. But he's still full focused on protecting his eco. Someone in chat says this was GG 5 minutes ago. Okay, for who? Who was it GG for 5 minutes ago? Because I'm seeing Tato lose a castle now. He's about to lose 2 castles, which means he's castleless. And he's got an army of Light Cav against pikemen. So, I mean, Doubt's definitely got opportunities here. He's going to reclaim some of these resources eventually. But Tato's going to sneak, build a TC over here, take what's left of this stone. He's even wants to... Oh, that's a Doubt TC. That's funny. Okay, well, Tato's even got villagers sneaking back there. The GG, Tato wins. I mean, I would agree that Tato has the lead. But I wouldn't agree that this is, you know, convincing and over by any means. Light Cav will come in. I think Doubt's struggling to deal with it. Tato's just... That's been the theme, is Tato just finds that one extra gear of chaos. And so Tato is being chased down over here, and then there weren't enough pikemen to protect this TC. Tato is switching the range units. That's going to end up being the key. Can Tato have enough time to get range unit upgrades to get the big mass? Very nice recovery from Doubt. And it shouldn't take too long. He can take down this TC and those archer ranges very quickly, but he depends on what he sees. Like, basically, Doubt can't push back right now. He needs to hold and stabilize. Yeah, he only saw the town center. That's exactly what I would expected to happen. I would just click the TC, and you don't see the archer ranges where Tato's going to create units, and he's even going for another archer range back here. But now that Doubt has gold again, he's going to make elephant archers. Elephant archers are really costly, but very strong. I don't think Doubt knows about those archer ranges fully yet. But he should know he didn't kill the Vills, and that Tato's probably going to sneak back here. There's the light cap. Now we see the skirmishers for Tato. Yeah, these skirms have all the attack upgrades too. The elephants are far from having the upgrades that you would really want here. You have to invest a lot of resources to get them maxed out. I actually like the choice from Doubt to go skirmishers for now. You have to wait for a beefier economy before going for elephants. The pikes get good value. You make your own skirms in there. It basically matches your opponent's skirms, and it's fine. And Tato's still sneaking back here. And Doubt saw that. Doubt's pikeman went back down there. Yeah, I think Doubt can't really push. So you got to clear this and then focus on a push. But the whole game from Tato has just been bring the unexpected and create a lot of multitasking on a map which typically is very one-sided and one-dimensional in the middle. And I would say so far the game plan has worked. I don't think I asked the person who said this was GG to tell me who it was GG for, and they're remarkably silent. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to be rude calling you out. I was just making a point that this is still a playable game. Because if it was GG, how do we have both players at 170 pop? People say things they don't expect the streamer to respond to them. So, it is totally GG. For who? You said it was GG over 10 minutes ago, dude. For who? Doubt's got 4 relics. Doubt's got Mahiyana. Who's dead here? Make a claim. Back it up. And no response yet. So doubling down but not answering the question. I Doubt's got all of his gold back. Elite Elfin Archers with Bengalis. Very, very, very hard to stop. Doubt needs to get the unique tech though. Ratha's and Elfin units attack 20% faster. That is a damn big deal. So he's listening to me, but he's just refusing to answer the question. And maybe, I don't know, maybe his keyboard's messed up. Maybe the only words he can say, it's GG. Maybe he doesn't have the characters required to say Tato or Doubt. And 0F says Tato will win. I mean, I could see the arguments. If Tato can get to enough Hoofnitsa here, Hoofnitsa's on the way, can be very, very strong. But if Doubt can lean back into monks again and get redemption, he always has the opportunity to convert the cannons as well. And Doubt's eco, amazing job at recovering. Like, how is he not dead? He lost 65 villagers, right? Oh, you saying GG as in it's just a good game. Yeah, but that's not what they meant. When they said it was GG 5 minutes ago, they meant the game was over. I get what you guys are saying. Chad backing him up. Yeah, it's true. Doubt had redemption a long time ago. I guess the main thing would be block printing. I think now that he sees the cannons, he'll consider a couple more monks. But he still needs a couple more upgrades for these elephants. He has them now. I think this will be it. Here we go. T90, don't be mean. I'm not being mean. Blueberry jam. All right. I'm just being realistic. I'm making a point. It is a Black Forest game. We have to throw in some other things here or there. Why do you bully viewers? Says someone named Ass Inspector. I'm pretty sure you're bullying yourself with that username. Was that mean? That might have actually been bullying. I'm sorry. We've got a good economy for Tato. The Trebs are stacked up here for Doubt. They still outrange the bombard cannons. There's quite the choke point here. Doubt is actually taking down the trees with his Trebs to create a wider choke. Meanwhile, Tato's got 60 skirmishers. I mean, that's a lot of skirms. Someone told me, I don't know who, that skirmishers are the best unit in the game. So if that's true, this could be a problem. But Doubt's going for light cav. That's a lot of stables. By the way, guys, this is just one red outpost. Okay? So someone named Gregory is going to show up in like 10 minutes and act like I'm not spectating the game properly. I'm pointing out now for Gregory that is an outpost and not a unit from Tato. That's 2 Hoofnitsa down to the Trebs. But that's all the Trebuchets down. Oh, man, that's worth it for Tato. And Doubt's going to move in with the light cav now. Doubt not having the attack upgrades kind of hurts, though. And Tato has timed the halbs pretty much perfectly. There's not that many of them, but I think there's enough to hold for the time being. Elephants are still really strong. The Doubt diving in, sniping some monks. Would really like to see him snipe the cannons, though. You've got some of the elephants in there. Click the cannons. Doubt lost a lot of units there, guys, and his elephants are very pricey. For Tato, the only thing he'll ever spend gold on now is those cannons, and the rest of it is going to be spears, and the rest of it's going to be skirms. These elephants, they're good, Doubt, but I think you need the meat shield in front. The light calf need to be positioned there, and eventually Doubt's going to need siege again. Let's not forget that Doubt lost a lot of gold units when he lost those monks earlier in the game. So in the back of my mind, I'm wondering how much longer can Doubt sustain this production. For now, it feels like it's more than fine. These elephants just can't be killed. Skirms don't even counter them, man. In terms of population efficiency, these elephants are way better than skirms. You need like 60 skirms to combat 30 units. And then there's the light cav, and here the light cav will snipe a treb. Tato has done literally everything he can do here, and it still might not be enough. Doubt just needs his siege right now. He sniped a lot of Hoofnitsa, but he needs to have his own siege right now, taking down this castle. Man, elephant archers are such a tanky unit. The fact that Doubt's just sitting underneath a castle and next to skirmishers like it's no problem is ridiculous. I don't know if he can make that many more of them. Just double checking the gold on this side. He's got 3k more gold before he's out. Honestly, it got a little wasteful here for Doubt. And by a little wasteful, I mean very wasteful. He never really regrouped his units. I think he's looked back at home to do a couple things, but like, I would have liked to see him take those fights and then back up for a second. Now he's backing up. Tato's got more skirms on the way. Light Cav will make it into the back. I don't know if the Light Cav will do too much there, though. Because again, there's going to be castles back there from Tato. And now Tato is regrouping. Doubt's elephant count's only 11. And if it's just Light Cav diving, they don't have a chance against those halbs. And that castle from Doubt, you can tell like his thought process was win the fight, castle, and treb push. But it's too late now. And now that castle, I think he actually deletes. Yeah, he deletes it. So he loses half the stone. He's going to place one further back. I think this game is going to be decided over the next few minutes because Doubt is definitely prepping like he's going to go for one big fight to win the game. Remember, Doubt had like 3k gold left on his side. Now he's got, yeah, around 3k as well. The rest of the gold, there's 7.5k. So Tato's got a little bit more gold. Tato needs to take this gold there. Both these civs have such good late games. The Doubt diving. Would love to see those Light Cav with the extra attack, guys. Like, that +2 attack could make a difference with taking the Hoofnitsa. He dives in again, though, and he snipes them all. And his castle should complete. It takes Tato quite a bit of gold to get back, and Tato isn't mining that gold actively. So, getting to a lot of Hoofnitsa might actually be difficult for Tato again. Who is this GG for, by the way? Someone says, I'm confused, T90. He says, it seems like the game is still going, but that one chatter said that it was over 30 minutes ago. Somebody gift that guy a sub. I gotta be in defense of the players every now and then, you know. Honestly, though, type a 1 in chat if you were playing in Doubt's position if this game would have been over 30 minutes ago. Because I'm with you on that. The amount of damage that Tato has inflicted to Doubt this game is unbelievable. It was enough where you could easily fall into the trap of thinking it was game over. And honestly, Tato's maybe played well enough where this game should have been over, and Doubt still pushing him. Doubt still holding. Doubt will take another Hoofnitsa. He loses a lot of Light Cav. He might lose some elephants here too, but his resources are looking fantastic, dude. I do think, and I've experienced this before, with my Hayana, you don't want to be at 117 eco. You actually want to be at like 140. I think the way to play with that tech is when your units are this expensive, you want to be like 140 eco all the time, so you still can have the same amount of military pop space as your opponent, but always afford to like lose numbers. It's very easy to fall into this situation where you get that and then you can never be fully pop capped, even with 80 on food. Especially against Bohemians, because the light cap just melts. Against those halbs anyways. Hoofnita are going for the castle. It's not your typical Doubt castle, but it's a castle for Doubt that he loses. And I think he will regret that one. But it certainly felt like he was ready to push the middle. And he still could. Lightcav will dive in for those skirms. Lightcav will take a trebuchet. We've seen this before, where Doubt's elephants, if they're in a big enough mass, are dangerous. And here they are. Now, if the Hoofnita connect with them, that's the best thing you've got out there to take down the Ellies. But even then, it still takes multiple volleys to ever kill them. Tato only has 3 of them. He did find this gold. We are now at the point where gold is getting really, really tough to come by. Only 5,000 gold remaining. And this isn't walled, so I like the idea from Doubt to go try and raid. But now you need your Lightcap buffer. The Lightcap need to be here in front of your Ellies, I think. Oh, God. Oh, Doubt. Oh, Doubt. Oh, Doubt. He's trying to push. His Trebs, though, are all being sniped by more cannons. The Lightcav are off raiding. Their Treb is still alive. Treb is actually still alive. The Lightcav are getting some damage. Tato has react. Treb staying up is huge. Hoofnita going down as well is a pretty big deal. What a close game. What a close game. The other Hoofnita gets sniped. Tato doesn't have any on the field. Is Doubt doing this? Maybe when that one guy claimed it was game over before, he was saying that Doubt had already won. That's what he meant. We've been wondering who on earth was winning, because this game has been so close. Lightcav will run to the left side now from Doubt. Elephant count is super low again, though, which is worrying. And he is now out of mineable gold. He is goldless with 7 elephants. And Tato's got gold. And Tato's making trash units. The fact that Doubt doesn't even have halb tech is going to be an issue, right? I mean, even Tato has Lightcav tech. If you think about it, the Civ doesn't get Hussar. Tato needs to notice this. If he notices this, I think he's in a better position. If he doesn't notice this, this could catch up with him. But yeah, Tato saved so much gold. Tato does react to that. Nice reaction. It's true. Tato doesn't have Blast Furnace yet. So imagine how strong his halbs would be if he had that tech. They're already insanely strong. Doubt does have that 1 additional relic. So maybe that makes a difference, but his siege is such an issue here for the Bengalis. Like, they don't get Bombard Cannon, they don't get Siege Ram, they get the Siege Elephant, but just feel like it's going to be so difficult for Doubt to continue this. And he will snipe 2 Hoofnita. He does lose most of his elephants. You can hear the sad elephant noises. There's just 1 elephant now. And Doubt will spam Lightcav and skirms, but if there's Hoofnita in there, and Tato does continue to lose them, but if there's like 6 to 8 Hoofnita, they will wreck skirmishers on the other side. Tato maybe needs to wall a little bit to create some choke points here. So Doubt keeps running through, and that's like not something you should ever allow. Maybe just wall right behind here with some gates. Bohemians just so dominant in this position, and now Doubt will go for block printing. So yeah, he's hoping to convert these. There's no time limit. There's no way you can win. There we go. The outpost goes down. That's good to see. There's no way you can win this game beyond just finishing your opponent. It's a best of 5, and I think Tato realizes he's in the driver's seat now. It's a really good game for Doubt. Oh, Tato backs away, actually. Like, basically, Tato doesn't need to be aggressive at all. That 1 relic, in my opinion, doesn't make that big of a difference. He just needs to slow crawl, slow push here. So... and Lightcav will dive in. Just watch the skirmishers, though. I mean, watch all of Doubt's units and watch how quickly they die. Everything in Doubt's army looks like paper against this army. Also, I think there's an argument that Tato shouldn't make any more skirms. I think if you go like 60 halbs, 10 cannons, Doubt can't do anything against it. I guess there he could go for monks. So it might be good to have some skirmishers in the mix. And Tato's castle goes up. Doesn't Doubt have gold near his TC T90? Yeah, he does! He's got 1k gold right there, bro! What? He doesn't see it clearly. He's saving it for later, guys. It's just leftover pizza in the fridge. Everyone knows leftover pizza hits hard. The longer you wait as well, right? If you know that pizza's in there and you're just like, no, I'm going to wait until 1 a.m. I'm going to wait till 2 a.m. The longer you wait, the more satisfying it is. Oh, that's crazy. I mean, to be honest, though, I feel like regardless, that this result would be inevitable. Because this has been GG for 40 minutes, guys, right? Honestly, Doubt never even had a chance. Why did he play on? It's not like he was able to get... It's not like he was almost able to break Tato or anything. It was over. Why do we even play this game? And by the way, Rudio keeps playing into it. He's in chat still, and he says, I told you it was GG. But for who? This is your chance. You could say it was GG and Tato was going to win. I can't wait to look up your chat history. Because every chat message that I've seen, you're still just saying the same phrase, which is actually hilarious. That's so funny, dude. Again, though, Tato played well enough to win this game way earlier. Doubt did an incredible job to stay in this, but this is where it all starts to look very, 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 very bad. You know what he would need is like a petard through the wall and then a big raid on the left. You can't fight the choke point easily anymore. It's just no longer a possibility. Before it was chaotic, but now Tato's got a really nice setup. And he's realized he just needs to control the halbs in front of the Hoofnita, and Hoofnita kill everything else. You don't actually need skirms now. And Tato using the Hoofnita on the skirms and the Trebs on the castle. And castle falls for Doubt, which means all of this is for the taking. There goes Doubt running around. He'll try and get to the cannons. How many can he get? He doesn't get any cannons. He doesn't get the Treb. Oh, man. Pain. Amazing play from Tato. This is why you pick Bohemians, though. There's a reason people are terrified of this civilization. Halb Hoofnita kills pretty much everything in the game. Like, all civs. It covers all your bases. I'd say Turks are actually really dangerous against, because Turks at least have more range on their cannons. But, like, anything you suggest against, I guess, Champion, right? You would suggest Champion against Halb Hoofnita specifically, but then they have Gunpowder they can mix in against the Champion, so it's never easy. Tato will take the hill. Doubt probably can't believe it because he did play so well. And that is a Black Forest game. Dude, if every Black Forest game was that, you might never find me in another game. That was cool. And honestly, it all comes back to Barry the builder, Barry the Sneakville. And Tato is super cool. He snuck through, and then he went through this way, like through the middle. Then the chop through this wood line was extra epic. Doubt never expected that. If that didn't happen, I think Doubt might have won this game. But Tato wins the game. Now for YouTube, later on, because you're going to see this, if you want to see the full series, we'll have the full series on the Extras channel, and that'll be in the video description. But game one goes for Tato. Yeah, clearly it was over. That's true. Clearly it was over. They were just dragging it on. But this is what I mean. Look how good Doubt's eco was. 65,000 food, 19k gold. He brought in very good resources this game. I think that one moment with the elephants, if he just had Trebs, guys, like wherever that was, here. If he has Trebs right now, like right in this moment, I think he wins. But the problem was he started winning the fight. He then doesn't have the siege. He queues up the siege and gets the Trebs. And then by then, the elephants had already been killed off. But if he had it in that moment, I think Tato loses the whole front of his base and it becomes a big issue for Tato. And Doubt will actually feel so bad about that, too, because that was his moment. Just lacked the final step. Great game, though.